Welcome to my channel, BL Delights. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 12. Jack and Joker, You Steal My Heart.
Fate brings two men together in a love-hate relationship as they collaborate on a grand heist, while Joker leads a double life. Boastful and talented in conversation, he is secretly a notorious thief wanted by the police. Using his exceptional disguise skills, Joker robs wealthy oppressors and redistributes their riches to aid struggling villagers. On the other side is Jack, a former substitute taekwondo-turned-debt collector. With a calm and quiet demeanor, Jack instills fear in those he encounters. Despite his intimidating presence, he is a reasonable man who believes in solving problems without force and holds the conviction that the strength one possesses should be used only to protect the weak.
Number 11. Sotus.
The gear is one of the engineering mechanical devices in the cogwheel system, as in a clock. Having one signifies that one is a student of the Faculty of Engineering. However, to get one, all engineering freshmen must first undergo the Sotus, acronym for Seniority, Order, Tradition, Unity, and Spirit System. Arthit, one of the third-year seniors, often abuses his power over the freshmen by making them do things against the rules. Freshman students are practically powerless to complain or resist any orders given by their seniors. Arthit was seemingly unstoppable until Kongpop stood up against the abuses by the former. Continual encounters between the two developed from animosity to something much more affectionate.
Number 10. Don't Say No.
For the past 10 years, Leo and Fiat have been the best of friends. Growing up together, they have been practically inseparable since childhood. As they've gotten older, however, they've begun to notice some unexpected changes. As a star basketball player, Leo has always enjoyed having Fiat cheering on the sidelines. But when Fiat begins to turn his attention elsewhere, Leo begins to worry someone may be trying to take his best friend away from him. Even more alarming to Leo than the fear of losing his best friend is the realization that his feelings for Fiat run much deeper than he ever imagined.
Number 9. The Sign.
For as long as Tharn can remember, he's had premonitions about those around him, sensing both the good and the bad. Partners on a team of special investigators, when kind and cheerful Tharn met clever and charming Phaya, it felt as though they'd known each other for a long time.
Number 8. Pit Babe.
Babe, the #1 racer, is Charlie's idol. Charlie wants to be just like Babe, but doesn't have a race car of his own, so he gathers up his courage and approaches Babe to ask to borrow one. For fun, Babe agrees, and the two strike an interesting deal.
Number 7. Bed Friends.
Ueaa is a very private person who has a strong dislike of Casanovas, while King is one. King and Ueaa work in the same office and are both best friends with Jade. They don't like each other, but then, for some reason, begin to have a particular relation.
Number 6. We Best Love #1 for You.
It is not a simple thing like someone, because many times we dare not say anything. If first place is the only way to make you see me, then I will never lose to you before you fall in love with me. Zhou Shu. Yi stared at the class report and saw Gao Shidai's name above him again. He didn't understand. He had always ranked second ever since Gao Shidai came into his life. For this reason, he was excited to go to college and parted ways. He hoped never to see Gao Shidai again. In college, he joined the swimming club and was revered by everyone. He was happily enjoying college life until Gao Shidai suddenly appeared at the swimming competition during their senior year. This made him wonder why Gao Shide always followed him wherever he went. But little did he know that Gao Shide had eyes for him and would never let him go.
Number 5. Bad Buddy.
Ever since they were young, Prawn and Pat's families had a deep and raging rivalry, trying to one-up each other on everything. This also extended to their sons. Comparing their sons' achievements and merits, whether it be academic or extracurricular, the two families leave no stone unturned to outshine and gloat in front of the other. The rivalry was passed down as a family heirloom, and the two boys become rivals in turn, until they grow tired and become friends. Really good friends. However, because of their family's rivalry, their friendship has to be kept under wraps. And so began a journey of secret friendship, and then perhaps a secret romance?
Number 4. History for Closer to You.
Sales division of one of the most sought-after wedding planning companies in the country, Xiao Licheng can close a deal without even blinking an eye. But when it comes to love, Li Cheng is the first to admit that he could use a little help. Having harbored a crush on Liu Meifang since childhood, Li Cheng decides that the only way to attract the attention of his lifelong love is to recruit the help of his co-worker, Teng Muren. Knowing Meifang is a bit of a fujoshi, Li Cheng asks Muren to be his date, hoping the attention of the handsome Muren will spark Meifang's interest in him. But what starts as an innocent act between friends soon begins to morph into something more. Meanwhile, the company's creative director, Ye Xingxi, finds himself caught in an equally unexpected relationship with his two-faced stepbrother, Fu Yongjie, a medical student with an inexplicable obsession with Xingxi. As opposite from each other as night and day, the two brothers can't seem to escape the tangled web they have inadvertently woven around each other. As the four men struggle to understand their feelings, they begin to realize that when it comes to matters of the heart, anything is possible. But will they allow themselves to follow where their hearts lead?
Number 3. TharnType.
Type Thiwat is a handsome freshman with a passion for soccer and spicy food. Although he's a friendly boy, he hates gay people because, in his childhood, he was molested by a man. His life turns upside down when the new academic year of college brings along a charismatic roommate, Tharn Kiragun. Tharn is a gorgeous, compassionate music major who is also openly gay. When Type learns this, he is determined to make Tharn leave the dorm, as he won't live with a gay person. Tharn is equally determined not to give in to Type's homophobic tantrums, with a gay guy and a homophobic guy that have to share a small space together for the rest of the year. What could possibly be the outcome of their story? Hatred? Or maybe love?
Number 2. KinnPorsche.
Second son of a mafia boss, KinnPorsche, is fleeing from an enemy when he meets Porsche, an enterprising young bartender. Porsche agrees to help defend Kinn from his attackers for a price. Porsche's martial arts skills impress, and spurred on by his father, Kinn seeks to hire Porsche as one of his personal bodyguards. Porsche is opposed and rejects Kinn's offer despite his attempts at intimidation. It isn't until Porsche's family home and his ability to care for his brother are threatened that he acquiesces and moves on to the Thirupanyakal property. It's not a smooth transition into the unorthodox violent job, and his relationship with Kinn vacillates between strained and playful. When his feelings for Kinn take an unexpected turn, his work becomes even more high stakes.
Number 1. The Untamed.
It's my personal favorite drama, which tells the story of Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji following 16 years in the past. When Wei Wuxian was a teenager and had visited the Gusulan sect to take training, he met his soulmate Lan Wangji, the righteous, quiet-natured man born of a noble family. Despite the two having different personalities, Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian became good friends after experiencing many adventures and trials together. Wei Wuxian returned to his home after finishing his training at the Gusulan sect, and a series of disastrous events made him give away his spiritual power to save the life of his martial brother, Jiang Cheng. The spiritually weak Wei Wuxian was tortured and thrown into the burial mounds by Wen Chao of Qishan sect, from where he returned after 3 months, but as a man practicing demonic cultivation, which was considered a dark art. Lan Wangji tried to persuade him to give up practicing demonic cultivation, but all in vain. As a result of his insistence to practice demonic cultivation, Wei Wuxian lost his reputation and was ostracized. Only Lan Wangji stood by him, trying every possible measure to stop him from being consumed by evil. During the battle at Nightless City, Wei Wuxian killed and harmed many of the disciples of other sects, and was responsible for the death of his martial sister, Jiang Yanli. Wei Wuxian committed suicide by jumping off a cliff, unable to be saved by Lan Wangji. Back to the present time, Wei Wuxian was resurrected by Mo Xuanyu and was cursed to inhabit his body. Despite inhabiting the body of Mo Xuanyu, Lan Wangji was nevertheless able to recognize him. The two solved mysteries that eventually led them to reveal what happened in the past.